Hi everybody and welcome to the Growth and Export Ideation series. Growth, growth, growth is the tagline of our undecisive decision makers. I promised in the first two episodes to paint the macro picture of UK's relevance, and I said let's do a diagnostic, an MRI. The upper body with the first 5 questions, now the lower body. So let's get a little bit deeper into the diagnostic process. So here are the 5 last questions, and from the next session we get into prescription and how we can heal. What are the key global thematic issues? What is the thematic role of solution, innovation, disruption, and tangible contribution and value creation that UK offers to these global thematic issues that create growth and export and opportunities? Question number 8. What is the brand promise of UK? What is UK's slogan as an economy? What is this identity clarification, granulation as an economic engine? What are we exporting? To who, to where, to when, who and why us? Question number 9. How well do we understand Global South and BRICS Plus? And how active are we in developing these markets? In a way, it begs the question as to why a country that called some of these future markets and opportunities in Global South Commonwealth, then Theresa May was the first prime minister to visit Kenya after 24 years, quarter of a century. Nobody has gone and paid attention to that market, and when the Chinese and others are, winning in Africa, we say, how dare they? These are Commonwealth and we have to grow, and it's just mind-boggling. Question number 9, or I should say question number 10. Can we really grow UK's economy if we don't include the second largest economy in the world? If we don't have a constructive collaboration and, I would say, sober economic collaboration and, at times, co-opetition with China? How can we ignore the second largest economy in the world? So when Hong Kong Stock Exchange came here 3 years ago, roughly, I made a 120, you can find it in the series, to talk about partnerships with LSE, we said, no. Today, British companies are unpacking in search of bigger, higher, more broader liquidity to New York. Today, the IPOs on Shanghai Stock Exchange and Hong Kong Stock Exchange eclipse that of LSE. So that granulation and understanding the mechanics of how the world is changing is imperative. So if we put throughput of hubris and ego and arrogance in the economic engine growth, it is very hard to get that torque out that we want to grow with. Question number 10. The flag follows the trade, or in our case, does the trade follow the flag? The famous sentence, of Brexit was, fuck the business. And, well, I'm afraid that doesn't work, because the economic engine growth has to come from a thriving economy. And where is the trade in a post-Brexit EU, in a post-golden era with China, and in chasing this carrot that is being dangled by various administrations for a free trade agreement? But what are we exporting? To whom are we exporting? So let's clarify that. 82% of today's export of United Kingdom goes to North America and Europe. I repeat, 82% to North America and Europe. That is 13% of global population as a market. So we're ignoring 87% of the rest of the world as an export. And that is why these 10 questions are important, to understand what are we exporting. Now, Europe has its own challenges, which will start to show. And that is why a lot of European companies are looking into the BRICS South and BRICS Plus and Global South and diversifying beyond the continent. Yet we are sitting here not understanding that we're as an economic structure. That's why this MRI was important. We're on an osteoporosis, and only finance cannot sustain, and banking sector sustain this economy and this country. In the next episode, we're going to talk about some prescriptions and how to heal do subscribe, take your calcium, stay tuned, and see you soon.